Taxes never sleep, and we are back today talking about tax loss harvesting, aka capital gain management. A lot of you guys have assets you're holding on to, have a brokerage profile where these things matter. You have capital gains and losses you're dealing with. This is how it works to be able to manage those. Now again, tax loss harvesting is strategically utilizing capital losses at the end of the day. What you're gonna do is have capital gains that are gonna generate tax, and if you don't offset those with some capital losses, that tax is obviously gonna be higher. The game is then to reduce that with some stocks or assets that you don't expect to recover the value of, but could help you offset some of those tax gains. In this case, let's just say we sell a rental house asset for a $100,000 gain. That $100,000 will get taxed as a long-term capital gain. Assuming we've held this house for a long enough period of time, that will be sold as a long-term capital gain, and it will generate probably 15 to 20% in capital gains taxes. Now, instead of allowing that $100,000 gain to just happen, what could we do? Well, if we have a brokerage profile, for example, we could have some stocks that are down, we could sell them for a capital loss and offset some of that gain. In this example, we're selling a little bit of stock in that profile. We're gonna generate a $40,000 loss. To be clear, this is versus where you originally bought the stock. So you're still getting cash in, but overall you're selling the stock for what is amounted to $40,000, less than what you bought in for. Not ideal, but again, this is about taxes. This isn't about hoping the stock fairies bring your stock back up. If there isn't a chance that's gonna happen, it's great to use it as a tax asset instead. In this case, what we've done is offset some of that $100,000 gain down to a $60,000 gain. If we're getting taxed at 15, 20% on our capital gains, if that's part of our profile, this is a big tax savings we're getting right here. Now, if you have a brokerage profile with your financial advisor, for example, theoretically, they should be doing some of this with your stock profile. But if you're in a little bit bigger game when it comes to buying and selling assets, this can really start to come into play at a certain level, and you want to make sure you're managing it. At the end of the day, the strategy is to sell stocks and assets when you don't have confidence in those assets recovering value. At that point, when you don't think they're going to recover, they become tax assets, quote unquote, and you can use them, the losses they generate, to offset your taxes.